when we last saw you, we were weaning the ewes and the lambs, so we're now getting ready for tupping time. So what have we learned from weaning and what have we used with that data? So we looked at weaning weight, weaning efficiency, weaning percentage, lamb deaths between tagging and weaning, lamb deaths from birth to tagging, what was scanned in lamb but not had a lamb. From this we then identified that there was one breed of sire that was underperforming. This group had lower weaning weight and lower weaning percentage, although scanning percentage and lamb deaths were similar to other groups. So with that, what does that mean for us? Well, it means that we're going to have less lambs, we're going to have a lower weaning weight with them, which then means that we're going to not have the lamb sales at the end of the day. We've also been able to identify which ewes that have lost their lambs, or ewes that have reared a lamb but haven't taken them all the way through to weaning, or have done a really poor job of it. So we can then select that ewe out of the flock and not breed from them, or keep the replacement ewe lamb. And we do this by running reports on the stock recorder and link it back to the ewe. And then we also look at the weaning efficiency and take out the ewes with the poorest weaning efficiency, and we'll sell them through the culling. Pre-tupping, we cull any ewes that have been treated for feet problems more than once, and remove any ewes that haven't recovered from weaning. So behind us, this is some of our A flock, so we'll talk a bit more about them later in the video. So what's changed at tupping time for us because of this data means that we're maybe not using that breed of tup amongst our sheep anymore, or we're using it amongst the B flock of ewes, which might be a mistake, not having that tup, but we'll monitor performance of the lambs and see whether it's going to be an issue another year. The ewe lambs are chosen out of our A flock or out of ewe lambs to keep for replacement. So genetically they should be our best performing lambs that have managed to stay in the A flock, which is not an easy thing for them to do. So our management of ewe lambs at the moment is that they're on their silage aftermath with high energy lick bucket. The 2 weeks pre-tupping we put a teaser in with them, because what we found a couple of years ago was that the ewe lambs would have their lambs in the second cycle, so we thought we would try a teaser to get them cycling so they're in the first batch, and that seems to be working quite well. We don't use a teaser with the ewes because we find that they lamb quickly enough as it is, that we don't want them any shorter period of lambing them in, so we just use the teaser for the ewe lambs. Any ewe lamb, we make sure that they are 40 kilos and above before they go to the tup, and our average ewe weight would be around about 65 to 70 kilos. So this year we've decided to do a wee experiment of bolus in the ewes. We've done a random selection throughout the A flock and the B flock, but we've on the stock recorder identified which ewes they are, so we can then see their performance and see if it has any impact on them at lambing time and going into weaning as well next year. So we've not done it across the ewe lambs. We did a fecal example of them and the ewes, and identified that the lambs needed worms, so we wormed them. The ewes were fine, so we've not needed to worm or fluke them, and they'll get